right, Russ Heltman of Cincinnati Bearcats on SI and Talking Cats with Russ Heltman here with Nasti Nati General Manager Kevin Johnson. Kevin, this has kind of been your baby over the past 3 years. Just before we get into this team, how just satisfying is it seeing how this program has grown from the beginning of the decade to where we are now?
Oh, it's amazing, and I got to credit our guys. Jaron Cumberland and Jacob Evans, and the two top leading scorers in TBT last year was amazing. I mean, that catapulted things. Winning helps, and Marquez Letcher-Ellis led blocks TBT last year.
Yeah, that's not, people talk about the points, but the Marquez, he was huge.
Huge, and you're talking about three guys just on my roster that led and had some big accolades out of the tournament. That was huge, and I'm excited. I was very proud of them, and a very appreciative GM to my players, man, of the impact they make on the court. I'm being honest, without the players, this thing doesn't grow. I can do all that fun stuff and cool stuff, but you need them to shine. And I'm proud that they took it serious enough to say, hey, let's try to win it. And that's what we want to do this year. And that's also the reason we got this thing at Fifth Third. So shout out to my players, man. Let's do this.
Your decisions with the roster, mostly the same as last year, a couple tweaks here and there. What was the biggest thing that you wanted to change with your guys' look on the court this year?
I wanted to just give us a little bit more bench options.
Okay.
I think our normal starting five, if we would have put them out there, the same five, I think they would dominate and do the same thing. As you get deeper in the tournament, the teams, the competition level rises, but also people scout. They start to take good things that you do away, and I wanted to be able to have a bench so when we put in that second unit, we're able to go take advantage of a team. I thought last year when we lost against Friday Beers, they took away our two scores, made things tight for us. This year I wanted to say, hey, let's add a little bit more length with some skill out of Octavius Ellis, Nazir Brooks, just in case we want to play a little bit more physical, a little bit more inside out, so then our guards can loosen up and just become shot makers. Then you add a little bit like Isaiah Miller or Jalen Adams, some other good guards that can come off the bench, create off the bounce, hit open shots.
Right.
So I just wanted to create that depth, man, and that second unit is very important. I thought last year our first unit was amazing, but when they need a break, you got to take advantage of that second unit. I think this year with our roster, you'll be able to see that in the tournament.
The G League guys, Isaiah Miller and Trey Scott, what does their status look like for just the opening set of games?
Trey Scott right now, I think they're sitting at 1 and 2. I think we got a really good chance of getting him possibly for game one, if not game one, 100% game two. Isaiah Miller, I think they may have been 3 and 0. So it's looking like they're going to play a little longer.
Kind of through this weekend.
Yeah, I'm taking it day by day with him. And also Jacob Evans. Jacob Evans has a game in Canada on Thursday night. We're going to plan on getting him here by Friday morning. Friday evening, he should be here and ready to put his stuff on, ready to play. So that's the difference this year, though. You're talking about guys that are currently playing high-level basketball.
Yeah.
And as a GM, I'm very proud of them, and actually I'm happy to see that. I think that's an advantage for us this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Coming right off high-level games into this atmosphere, that you can't say that's negative for sure. Fifth Third Arena. The process to get this thing to Fifth Third Arena away from Xavier. What did that look like, and how much was that on your plate of having to achieve that over the past year or so?
Big thing is, man, you got to win and sell tickets. Let's just be honest. You got to sell those tickets, and it was huge. Gave us an advantage. I mean, the Xavier game in Centos, Zip 'em Up versus Nasti Nati, had a great showing. We were then able to go win the region. The numbers of that game were great. And then we go on and play up at Dayton, and I think we had about 1,000 Bearcat fans up there, which showed, if you just think about the numbers, well, what if we had this thing at Fifth Third and this team could go back to the quarterfinals? I think we can sell a lot of tickets and bring that notoriety.
So people know this. It's if you make the quarterfinal after winning the first 3 games, you will play that in Fifth Third as the #1 seed, correct?
Yes, we totally will. So that is a huge thing.
And you just have to go win 2 games outside of Fifth Third to win the title.
100%.
There you go.
So everything is in home, which is a great advantage. Throughout the year, we had a lot of meetings, and I want to give a special thank you to Wes Miller, John Cunningham, Andre, those guys, Anthony DiFino, those guys did a phenomenal job working with me, working with TBT on making this thing possible. Without them, it would have not worked. The team did its
Coach Andre
job.
Morgan, you're talking about?
Andre Saldano,
Okay, I'm glad I asked. I thought it was good
it's
work.
the facilities guy.
Okay, cool.
I mean, they schedule things. Coach Wes Miller moved the schedule around and made this happen. And big shout out to them, because without them loving the alums and seeing the vision behind this, I don't think it would have been possible. So great to them. And then for us as a team, man, it was just showing them that we can be a high-level marketable team. And I got the players to do it. Jaron Cumberland, Jacob Evans, Troy Copain, you name them, we got them.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity, and I think we'll showcase and keep this thing at Fifth Third.
Love it.
That's what we need to do.
There you go. Nasti Nati GM, Kevin Johnson, everybody. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, man.